Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Conan. We're having a little bit of a late start, but that's okay. We'll make up for it with some epicness and, of course, bloodshed. So, where we left off last time, our intrepid adventurers vanquished the mighty foe. I'll just put him as the Ghoul King. Koran has his mace and his armor now.
Mm-hmm.
And you picked up 2 loads of your arrows that you used, and you never got touched.
Yep.
With all that. So
Somehow.
Yep. And our
Almost died.
everybody else, like Ragnar was not doing so hot. So and let's see here. And our other party member walked off.
And he's still nowhere to be found.
Yep.
He tasted a bit of karma, basically.
But yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Stealing from a powerful goddess maybe
Keep
has
the
consequences.
Yeah.
Maybe has.
Yeah.
Well, from what my character saw, it wasn't that bad. Seemed pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like at least the feelings that were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that was real for his sake.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Never know in these situations.
No, you don't. Okay, so you're in that room. The drumming, of course, is stopped. Those green flames are starting to burn down slightly, and that growl that was coming from that pit is becoming quieter and quieter and quieter.
Okay. That's good.
And the 2 princesses are there, and they're definitely wanting to go find Satavas.
Yeah, I'm ready to leave. This is not a nice place.
Yeah, I'm gonna get away from the
Yeah.
edge of this pit while we're at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, would I know anything about that? Can I roll like a what's going on in that pit? Just
Yeah,
we're
you
walking away.
yeah. Roll a
Do I know
sorcery.
anything that's going on?
Roll a
Okay.
sorcery.
Alright, let's see here. That is a 9. Where's my sorcery at?
You definitely got at least 1 success.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's 1 and 2 successes. That's an 8 and a 9.
So 2 successes?
That's
Okay.
more than that, yeah.
Okay, so you're actually packing up this armor, and as you're doing that, you kind of glance over into the pit while they're actually kind of starting to walk out. You're like, you guys don't want that armor. You don't want the mace. It freaks you out, like the smell of it. Like everything in this room is like, it's metal,
Yeah.
metallic. But you glance over there, and you just that strange feeling. It's almost like a whisper in the back of your head. They almost summoned something very powerful, maybe a demigod?
Oh, okay.
And then as you're
Well,
moving that armor, it's actually starting to smoke, and like the pauldron smoked and looked like it shrank as it was going into your pack.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to gather my stuff up and just go upon my merry way.
Okay, you're hauling about, as you were putting it in there, it was about 125 pounds. And you start moving your pack, it doesn't weigh that much anymore.
Mm-mm. Wait. Okay. I'll accept that for what it is for right now.
You don't check it?
You know what? Yeah, let's look at it.
Roll an observation for me.
That is, it's got to be, 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay, the success. You're like, huh. That looks normal size armor now.
It's like kind of sniffing a little bit, like what's going on? Is there anything weird here?
It like
Give it-
resized
give
to
it a
your,
hit.
it resized to your size.
All right. Well, I'll think about putting that on when we make it a little bit further away from the bad god hole.
Okay.
Okay. It's a good way to describe it. I like
So
it.
they're already up the steps, and you're starting to run up, and it's full plate, so that's like 50 to 75 pounds, roughly, right? If I full plate.
believe so, yeah.
8 pounds
Easy.
probably for piece,
Yeah.
at least.
Oh, probably about
Chest
75.
pieces,
Yeah.
probably 12
Yeah.
to 15 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about
that'd be easy.
yeah, about 70, like 50 to 75 pounds, and that you're carrying it. Whereas before it was well over 100 some, and so you're just like, oh, it's not as bad.
Still not great.
Yeah, still not great. And you also have that great mace. That, yeah. So you go into that area where you face those multiple ghouls and that giant one with the club, and like a lot of the ghouls' bodies are like dragged, and like some of them look like they're ripped into, like they were eaten.
Yeah, no questions. No,
Yep.
not
And
asking
you
questions.
just
Time
keep
to go,
you
people.
just keep heading out. Okay.
No, we're leaving.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as you're going up, and you get out of this temple, this palace, whatever it was, there's a like dust flies and moves out, and it like as it starts to crumble behind you, and you're hearing like blood-curdling screams from the halls, like just as the earth seems to be eating this up.
Well, my dreams will forever be unclean.
And our other party members nowhere to be found.
Roll an observation.
Ooh.
I like those big dice.
One success.
One success? You don't even see tracks at the moment. But there's a whole bunch of dust. So you guys actually kind of looked like ghosted out almost because the dust. You're like, your horses are where you left them. There is, but what you do see, there are like something was circling them, but maybe you did something in time to. Oh, and there is a blood smear on one wall behind your war horse. Yeah, so something probably tried to mess with him.
My arrow's still there?
On the horses, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, your arrows are still there.
Yes.
So, if you want to do tracking or anything like that, that would be a survival test. So, to look where Satavus was actually possibly taken, or anything like that.
I will do that.
And if anyone wants to help, if they have skill in it or focus, they can roll a single die to help.
I'll give him a hand.
Okay.
That's one success.
That's 2 successes.
Cool. 2 successes. With your 2 successes. With your 2
I
successes.
imagine I kind of go up next to him and just pull some sand up in the air, watch the wind blow it away. You know.
And he's like,
Yeah. I see the wind going over the sand dunes. I'm like, yeah, it's going that way.
yeah.
It's thanks. I think.
I'm here to help.
Quran.
No, I mean, you're cut. I mean, it's the blood and it's throwing off my scent. I can't really. The backpack. I got this. Thank you.
So,
Welcome.
you're going through the ruins of this ancient city, and what you notice is Satavus, when he bumped into a wall, he left like a smear of blood on and it's pretty easy to see that, and then you actually see where he was taken. His sword is thrown to the side. Parts of his armor are taken off, and you can definitely tell that there was foot traffic and horse tracks heading off straight east. Well, in the eastern direction because you have to go through the crags.
Well, I'm grabbing the sword and armor because it's really nice.
It's really beaten up, but yeah.
It's shiny.
Yeah.
It's shiny Princey.
It's kind of surprising they left
Careful,
it.
it's heavy.
This isn't the same stuff. This is you grab the nasty stuff. I'll take this. You can keep that stuff.
So you have a
That's
pauldron
fair.
and a greave.
Okay. Left hand greave.
Well, it's the greave before the.
Oh, okay.
So it can
okay.
be used for
I
either.
could do left hand and pauldron and left hand. Okay, that works. That works. I'm gonna strap it on my left arm.
You're doing it right now.
Yep.
Okay, it's a little big.
Okay. Well. Nope, not gonna work.
Okay, but if
Yeah.
you could attempt a craft by that would mean you'd be lashing some leather you find, tightening it around. You'd get 2 armor soak just on your left arm, in addition to what you have. Like that's how armor works.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, if you want to try putting it in my bag, like, wait like 5 minutes and it'll start smoking. It may even get a little smaller. Like something may happen.
I'm good. The armor doesn't. Well, I didn't know it did that. But I'll just save this for later and see if he wants it.
Hey.
And if like this, we'll take a sword and see if like you know it could be an heirloom or something.
That's completely fair. The bag's here if you want to experiment. I got you.
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna have you guys roll. You do recall from that direction. You do know that there was a water source.
Mhm.
There was like an oasis that you guys stopped at. You're guessing there's a possibility that they might be stopping there.
Okay.
Okay.
Off to save Sir Thomas.
Sir Tavis. I mean, he's a nice guy. I mean,
I know. That's why we're going to save him. Jeez.
okay.
Okay. So I'm guessing one of the princesses is riding with you,
Yeah, sure.
and the handmaiden is riding with.
What's her reaction to Corin?
Oh, she's freaked out.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do have Satavis's horse, so never mind. So they'd be riding on that one. Sorry, I spaced that one. Let's just makes that a little bit easier.
It's okay. I don't take any offense to that at all.
Yeah. Okay, so it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you're on the farther outskirts. You're seeing campfires around this pool of water with like there's palm trees and stuff like that. So it's the size of this oasis is well over 100, 150 feet.
Oh, okay.
So they do have their camp inside different spots. Are you guys wanting to sneak in to?
I would like to see. I'm pretty sneaky.
Okay. Do you want to tell people you're sneaking, or you just
Yeah.
want to leave?
Disappear like last time.
No, I'll let him know that I'm gonna just almost do a thing.
Okay, so what are we? Are we waiting for you, or are you just?
I'll signal you guys. Or
What's
yeah.
the signal? Like screams?
Either I'll signal you or I'll come back and report. Most likely I'll come back and report, unless they're like about to like, you know,
So what's the signal?
an owl hoot.
An owl hoot.
Yep.
Okay. Can you give us a little, like? Oh,
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
what it's gonna be.
All right. Okay. That will.
Yeah, that's the signal back. Then we'll know
Got it.
Okay.
So
That will know that what? It's okay, or that we need to
that.
come
Attack.
in. Oh.
That's the attack signal.
Oh.
Attack. Ooh.
No, okay. We'll do 2 hoots for. No. We'll do 1 hoot. He's dead.
and like the princesses are like,
That's probably not what it is, though, ladies. Don't worry. 2 hoots that he's okay and that I don't need any help. And 3 hoots is he's okay and I need help. And 4 hoots is I just need help and he might not be okay. So we got that?
Okay.
1 is dead.
Kind of.
Yep. 1 is dead. 2 is okay.
Okay.
Don't need help.
Okay.
3 is
Uh-huh.
okay, need help.
Okay.
4 is
Mhm.
not okay, need help.
Okay. What if I land 2 if I see? Got it.
Yeah. We got it. We're clear.
Yes.
It's okay, Rick. We'll figure this out.
All right.
You said it's 150 feet.
like in a.
How far are we away from their
You're pretty far away. You're if it was daytime, you could be picking people off, but it's nighttime.
Oh. Okay. All right. So I'd have to scooch closer.
Well, you could do it, but it would be 2 steps more difficult.
Okay.
Anything because it's how dark it is. So you're gonna do some sneaking,
Yep, I'm gonna sneak.
and you're wanting to do that alone.
Is anyone else sneaky?
I'm. Oh,
Because I'm pretty sneaky.
you are pretty sneaky. I got a
Mhm.
12 and 3 focus. You're not sneaky at all. You are sneaky.
Dude, he's a freaking barbarian.
Okay. So I didn't know what kind
Not
of.
good at all.
Well, you'd definitely be not good if you put that armor on now.
Well, Ragnar, since you're not good with the hoots
Ragnar can come
and the
with
hoot
me.
knots.
Okay, so he's actually he has his weapons out. Which one?
Whichever's the sneakiest one.
So he puts his big one on his back again. So he has his sax and his battle axe,
Okay.
and he puts the battle axe. And he just has the sax at the moment.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me out. One success.
1 success.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, cool. You
This dice. I swear it's this one.
Then
It
grab a
made
different one.
17 like
okay? So you
4 times last year.
So you sneak around, and you kind of go behind some dunes and around, and you actually start sliding. And Ragnar grabs you and kind of pulls you back up, and you're just like,
Thank you, Ragnar.
and you're. No one that's moving in the camp seems to have noticed.
Okay, cool.
Now you're inside, like the ferns and the plant growth.
Mhm.
If you could roll me an observation.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, complication. Cool.
No successes.
No successes. Okay.
Mhm.
You find a spider web. Goes
Nice.
right in your face in the middle of the night.
Ragnar, you look around. I'm rolling for D&D.
Okay. And he like grabs the top of your head. You're just like, whoa. And I'll just. He got 2 successes, so he points it out to you that Satabas is actually tied up, and he's really bandaged up, like they doctored him up really well, but none of his armor's on him. He's like in a loincloth and bandages, and he's just kind of like tied up to a post, like at like it's a weird angle. It's like you're trying to take care of him, but you want to make sure he can't get away, and he's surrounded by like 12 to 18 people moving around at the moment.
Okay. We should probably report back. Unless you think that we could take them all on.
He just
So he's surrounded by like 18 people.
12 to 8
but-
12 to 18. And there are tents there. You don't know if there's people inside of them. There's
Right.
people eating and drinking and laughing and pointing at him. Like some guys like drink something and spit at him.
Okay.
And Ragnar does have a big bandage around his left arm, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And he has no fortune left.
Yeah. Well, as eager as you are, Ragnar, I feel like we can go back and report and maybe wait until maybe some people have fallen asleep and then do a little sneak come rescue mission.
Them sneaking.
Well, yeah, maybe not. How many tents are we seeing generally here?
You got 5.
5 tents. Okay.
And you do see like
So-
one guy kind of leaning up against a tree that's just passed out. Like half armored, taken off. Just like
So there could be maybe some more people in the tents. Okay. I think we could take them on. This might be really bad idea. There's normal people.
what?
There's normal people.
They're Shemites.
Okay.
They're the ones that were facing you guys in that battle that you guys barely survived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's great how my camera went out of focus like that.
I know, right as you do the eyebrow movements.
Dang it.
Yep.
It's too epic, I guess.
Yep.
We'll go back for now, Ragnar. We'll go back for now. We'll inform the others, and then we'll come up with a plan, and then maybe you and I will just sneak back and rescue them. How's that sound?
he's pretty. He's just like I thought, and he's like as you guys are crawling away, I thought I'd be able to drop some people, like split some skulls. And
Don't worry. There's still that opportunity.
better be.
So we're gonna sneak back to the
Okay.
others.
Roll a stealth.
One success.
3 successes.
Roll the 1.
Yes.
And 2.
5.
No.
These are my grit dice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I need to get that one D&D dice out.
Try these.
I do have some more dice we can try for you, if you want, and I could send you some cool dice that I found. Okay, so you guys, you get back and you actually startle all of them.
What?
You've got like a giant shadow like right by you.
What's the? How about the? Ooh.
Okay,
What?
well, good news, everyone. He is alive, and he's bandaged up, so he seems to be okay for now. We can see about maybe 15 to 20 people out. They're just kind of hanging out. There might be some more in the tents. We don't know. But they kind of got them surrounded right now. So we can either go in guns blazing, or we can maybe wait till they fall asleep and then try to rescue them.
Okay. There's always murder machine maker over here.
I mean, I can make some murder machines.
Doesn't he?
We've got time.
Doesn't he need like a dead body though?
I thought it was just like eyeballs and weird stuff, right, Corn? It's just
Distractions.
Let me check my recipe book.
Oh. You definitely have enough time if you wanted to armor up too.
Yeah, so I'll armor up. Or
We have to send him a picture of that armor again.
oh yeah.
yeah, I don't think I really need a dead body.
No, that's a specific.
That's a very specific one. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we could do this if you want.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there any way we could help or
No, I think. Let me take a look at it here one more again. No, just kind of keep the area clear. You know, put out some good vibes while I do this ritual. Get some things going.
okay? Question:
And yep.
Does what happens if it goes wrong?
Oh, run.
Okay.
And it was nice knowing you.
Cool.
Okay, so we may want to be on the horses.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a bad idea. You know, it's good to be prepared. Oh, that was good. So maybe be on the horses, a little space.
Okay.
You know, be ready to roll. But I have a good feeling about tonight. Just let me loosen it all up.
And what time of day was it again?
10 o'clock or
10 to 11 o'clock at night.
Okay, so full dark.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Give it an hour, midnight, witching hour, and we're going to get a little weird. Okay. Got it.
Nice.
Get out my hair bag.
Is that
and,
okay with
get out my
everybody?
belt.
Is
fine with me.
So he's gonna send in shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, now you can summon ghouls. So he's gonna summon, bring in bad things. Can he stop Satabas from being ripped apart? Do we need to run in and grab him, or?
that's mostly the plan.
Mhm.
If I think he can give them direction. I don't know if they're if they can tell.
I mean,
Can they tell country of
look,
origin?
Are
I
they
can give
racist?
them some. I can have them do my bidding. You know, I'll eat an extra eyeball
Okay.
and put some pump behind it.
Okay.
Perhaps me and Ragnarok should go back to our sneaky position so we can be closer.
I was gonna say maybe kind of circle around back so you can get in there, snatch and grab.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know.
Okay,
that's a
so
good idea.
okay, so roll me a stealth again.
Okay. 1 6.
Okay, this time he doesn't do that great. Either.
Ragnarok.
Like he's like he hits a low branch with his horned helmet, and like and ducks down, and you start hearing, "What was that?" And so this happens around the time that you're in the middle of your ritual. What are you summoning?
So I was gonna summon a shadow because I assume with a ghoul I'm gonna need a dead body.
No, because you're
no.
by where ghouls are.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I'll summon a ghoul, and I'm gonna, if I'm able to, I'm gonna spend a momentum.
Okay.
For do my bidding, have the creature to do your bidding outside of your immediate presence.
Okay. You've got to make sure you roll good enough to have fresh momentum.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me. Good dice, and I'm going to eat an eyeball.
So you should get. I'll give you 2 extra dice to roll because you ate an eyeball. For free.
So I'm going to get on this. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'll take it. Uh-huh. All right. That is 4 successes. I'm starting to run out of pot. One of them's a 1.
That's 2.
Oh, so
That'd be 5 successes.
5 successes.
Nice.
I'm starting out of pot, man. It's been chaos. I'm
Hey.
loving it.
That's okay. You only needed to summon on my. You only needed 1 success, but I'm going to say it was 0 successes needed to summon a ghoul in an area. You have 5 momentum to use. Let's say, like the way it is in my rules, if I spend a doom, I get a single ghoul. You could summon 3 more ghouls, so you'd have 4, and you could have the 2 to do your bidding. Momentum to do your bidding. Do you have any fortune? Because we could actually make even more things.
Okay. And
I'm just.
There's baddies around here.
Yep.
I don't want to accidentally, put the hoodoo on my fellows over there. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's do your plan. I'm gonna throw some do my bidding out there and get those 4 ghouls going.
Okay. So he does this ritual, like he does like a circle of sand around himself. Are you fully armored doing this?
Yeah, fully armored, doing this, trying to downward dog it.
Yeah, he does that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And so you get up and you
Just
actually, and so you take this great mace and you put it into the sand, the weight down, and as that happens, like there's a kind of a ripple, almost as if it was water in the sand, about 15 feet from him, and you all feel that, and then you hear like crawling on the walls. You've got 4 of them, like, and then they jump down. They're by him. They are sniffing you and the armor you're wearing, and then they look in the direction that you're pointing.
I point over there and I say, the big guy, the lady with the horse, the archer, me and the guy bound on the ground over there. Leave them alone. Eat everybody else, my pets. And I send them on their way.
Nice.
They start running, and they start running in all 4s.
Did I leave anybody out?
The 2 princesses.
No, I think he said. I thought he said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got 4. Just full bore running. It's terrifying from your angle, but you're hearing and it's echoing, and these guys are all waking up. And like some of them are like have no armor, they're grabbing spears, tripping over each other. One guy was using the privy, and he's like, ah! Just trying to get up.
I'm gonna put my great mace over my shoulder in my new armor and just kind of stroll in behind them.
Okay. This is a pretty darn cool image going.
Yep.
And you're walking. Are you behind him?
I'm trying to if the oasis, is there a side of a dune I can
Yeah.
kind of get up
Mhm.
above the tents that I can see into their camp?
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
And with that angle, it takes you a little bit of time, but you're seeing the angle where as he's walking in, the ghouls keep running around the oasis, like purposely scaring
Okay.
these guys because they're like, where are they? And you and Ragnar are hunkered down, and you actually see him in the firelight, and there's like mist like coming off of him, and like the fire is like glowing in his eyes, and you're seeing like blood coming out of his mouth because of the eyes he ate. And you're like, ooh.
My
And
wispy hair is.
yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's a total thing. You're just like, you can be like, I'm happy he's on our side, or is he on our side?
A little scary.
Yep.
Sides.
Yeah. You do have that's full plate. Did I tell you how much armor soak that was?
If you did, I wrote it down. No, you did not. We were going to do that later.
Yep, and I apologize.
No, it's all right, sir.
Is that 3?
You have armor soak on all your body but your head. 4.
Okay. 4.
Yes.
Okay. Duly noted.
Yep.
So at this moment, well, you guys haven't gone yet. I'll hold on.
Well, what were you gonna do? Because it might. You guys could have made a plan.
Well, I was going to say, at this moment, the ghouls it's chaos. They're chasing everybody around. They're eating people. They're
Yep.
scaring people.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
I was going to walk up to the princesses and just offer them my hand and, Your Highness, and see if I could lead them out of the fray. If that.
Well, they were up with you guys. The princesses were up with you. The prince.
Never mind.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got real confused for a second.
Sorry.
There. My apologies.
It's okay.
Everybody,
It's okay.
As you were.
Okay, so absolute chaos, and you actually the princesses would have been walking behind him with their hands out like this, and you can barely see in the light that their eyes are not that dark brown, but like entirely look like snake eyes.
Very creepy.
Oh yeah, and you're hearing slithering and like snakes are moving like from the desert. You're like, yeah, like just coming by. Like one kind of goes over your leg, tips up its head, and like does that yawn, and then kind of go. You're like, no, but the suckers. It was like a viper with a head like this wide.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. No normal snake. That's the biggest snake.
Yeah.
It's a
I've
very
never
big
felt more
snake.
cool in my life.
Yeah, you got back up from 2, and you're hearing in
Looks
like,
like a metal band.
it's beyond metal.
That's
Well-
a Metal Band album cover.
Yes, it is. So all this is absolute mayhem. Like there's a guy running, and like a ghoul jumps from behind and like scalps him, and he's like, ah! And like he gets bit in the spine and like drug off by another one right in front of you. And then Ragnar's like, up to me.
Yeah, Ragnar, you're gonna carry him out, and I'll cover for you. Okay? Let's go.
He runs in, and he grabs the post, and like snaps it off at the base, and the prince is like, ah! Ah! And he's like underneath the arm, running, and then you're hearing, oh, intruders! They have the. and I'm guessing you start launching arrows if people start. Okay,
Uh-huh.
roll to see how good you're doing with your arrows. Okay, you're using a bunch of loads.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So how many successes you got?
That's 3. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, you're just dropping, like you drop 6 guys as they're running. Could you roll a melee for me?
One success.
Okay, you drop a guy pretty rapidly, and another guy kind of comes out from a tree, like he's pulling up his breeches, like his tunic, and he just runs with a sword kind of high, and Ragnar turns, and like he gets skewered as he's running with the pole that Satabas is on, and he's like,
Nice.
"Ugh," and he's just lifting both guys up, and then Satabas is like, ah! And like undoes that, and you guys just start hightailing it out of there, and you're hearing the screams, the tearing of flesh, and then like you hear the definite sound of people getting bitten by snakes. And Conan, you're just watching this. You're seeing the 4 ghouls starting to jump off trees, knocking people down, like just maiming them, and then running off and biting somebody else. And those that are on the ground are getting bitten by poisonous snakes. And you're like,
I mean, if any are still alive, I guess I'm going by and just kind of hefting the mace and.
okay, roll me a melee.
Just Gallaghering them.
Yep. That's pretty much what that mace does.
I'm just here. Yeah, it's a whole thing. All right, that is 1 success, 1 failure.
Okay, you totally Gallagher a guy. He's dead. So that means, well, that was like, you have, when you do that, you just kind of drop it on his head. The blood kind of splatters out on the sand and then sucks back up into the mace.
Oh, that was cool.
Wow.
You have a charm in the mace saved up.
Yep. 1 charm.
Yep. And then the ladies,
Okay.
the ladies kind of just start backing off from the mayhem. That's purely what that is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much.
Mhm.
But if anybody's like running out, like you see guys like covered in snakes, you're just like, ah.
Just saving arrows.
Yep.
Just, that's not
It's not my business, not my deal.
okay. All right.
Y'all sent me in, so I'm going in.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's
Kind of want to keep hopping heads. But do we? I'm in here. Chaos is going on.
Yep.
At this moment, I'm not much concerned. As much, I'm sure I
Yep.
would see if something's coming at me.
Yes, you would.
But do I see anything of worth, of value, anything that sparks interest? That like
Okay, roll.
I'm here.
Okay, roll an observation or a thievery, whichever one you'd want.
Which one's higher? Which one's higher? Observation, 1 success, 1 failure.
Okay. One of the guys that is trying to like crawl away, you're seeing he's got a bunch of jeweled bracelets and like it seems like a necklace. So you just kind of walk over and you step on his forearm. You take his bracelets off and you turn him over as he's like frothing at the mouth. You take his necklace off like kind of daintily, and you just kind of let him die.
Brutal.
Yeah, I might just pop a seat on his chest while I look at everything.
Yep.
Figuring it out, you know.
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Any like water, any food?
It's an oasis, so there's food and there's wine bottles. There's actually a wine cask. There, a lot of the horses
okay.
are already kind of ran off. There is a horse. Well, the horse that was attached to the food cart is still there with a whole bunch of wine and stuff. So if you want, you could just kind of lead that out of there if you want.
Like, hey guys, got wine. You Well, I'll just bring it.
Okay. I don't know what.
Woo!
I don't know. I don't know if we should say that. I don't
We're
know if this
not
is.
near each other.
Yeah.
You can't.
And so like
tell me.
like Ragnar's like cutting the bindings, and Thomas is like, thank you. What was that?
That was definitely a very normal rescue mission, just like any other day.
It's okay.
All to get you back to your princess.
Oh, you found
Yes,
her?
they're fine. They're totally fine.
Okay.
Unharmed, unscathed. Both of them.
Okay. We can fast forward. You guys definitely get as far away from there as possible because you had enough momentum to do your bidding, but you didn't have enough to make them go away. They're just gonna be in that area. So I think
Bid them quit this mortal world.
yeah. Well,
That's poor people in the desert.
yeah, it's kind of cool though.
Oh.
Also at the same
Oh,
time.
water.
Yep. Yep.
But the trade-off, I got this wine, and it's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, it actually is really, really good. So you make it back to the Krajan city, and you are given a lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, like, if you want, like, full barding for your warhorse, it would be customly done for you.
Very cool.
Yeah. Now, what do you true characters? What do you guys do? Let me text you guys something.
Okay.
Yeah. Might as well.
Well, trauma.
Yep. Yep.
What's your character's name?
Around. Okay.
So, Satabas actually asks Karan to help advise him in his he lost his army. This city is like unprotected at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of going to you for some advice, and of course Ragnar. So if you guys want to stay in the area, you can. Now he asks you to help with setting up archers and stuff like
I'll
that.
train new soldiers, and if no one comes to replace me,
Okay.
so if nobody's taken the job of captain of the guard, I'll
Oh.
be.
Well, you lost your job. This old guy's like, oh, just kind of walks off.
Advisor for that guy? I don't.
He's fine.
Okay, all right. Okay. Sorry.
And Sir Thomas, you may not know this, but I'm actually a professional stunt horseman, and I could definitely teach people how to do stunts.
Really?
On horse. Yeah, I'm well known for it.
Okay.
How do you think I got this horse?
Okay.
Mhm.
He's still breathing pretty difficultly. So, Karan, what do you advise him? Like, how do you help protect the city?
Oof. Like, first I want to tell him, first order of business is you got to make some of these hair bags. Have them every.
You just
So, he's lost his army completely. In all seriousness, 1 second, guys.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here, we'll segue back to these guys, okay?
And I'm also just gonna say to Sir Thomas, I was like, you know, Karan, he's a great guy. I would never cross him though, and I would let everyone know to maybe not ever do any cross him, just for their own well-being,
And like
so they stay one well.
Nefret
being.
nods her head,
Yeah.
and they kind of bring up the possibility of bringing him to Stygia to be safe, and those of his people that want to go. And then I'll look at Karan like, if you want to curse your city, so if anyone tries to take it.
There's a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's totally, I think that would be totally up his alley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but yeah, I can totally teach all your horsemen to be
Okay.
professional horse riders. I'm expert at it, actually.
Roll persuasion. Just have you roll that.
No,
Um,
I'm telling you, these stinking dice. It's no. I'm using these dice for D&D. You can't stop me.
actually, I have them there at all times, so you can. So if anybody forget
yeah.
their dice,
This is my D20 for now on for D&D.
okay. Do you like that idea, Karan? That, like the Sir Thomas and his people that want to leave can, and making this rundown city into pretty much a trap for any incoming army.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to suggest some type of at least wards or whatever, but if we can, I believe, if I'm Corin speaking, that yes, we should totally curse this place and make it into a pit of despair where dreams come to die.
So I'll just throw some ideas out to you. You could maybe go into the dungeon and use the murderers and things as sacrifices to bring in shadows, maybe ghouls, and give them a new city.
Okay?
It's a
I'm
spell.
creating
It's
a city of the dead.
yep. You are.
And you'd basically be the king of that because you look the part.
Yeah.
So,
Just throwing some. Yeah. And Ragnar's like, what the heck am I gonna do now?
I'm gonna have some new soldiers that need some hand-to-hand training.
He just like grabs the person. Okay.
5 soldiers at once?
Do you like the way this is going?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Let's divvy out experience. 300 already, but you get an additional 150 for what you did, so you get 450. So if you want to use those, you can. Otherwise, you can bank them.
I think I'm a bank man.
Okay, cool.
Alright. And that goes.
No, you spent your stuff.
So there's actually on your character sheet it says total and then spent.
Yes.
Yep. So do you guys want to add anything to the session?
I'm just gonna get as fancy a bow as I can and maybe fancy armor as I can. If I'm going to be the king's guard, I'll.
Okay, well, you're not
Yes.
going to be staying in the city.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no, not that city.
Yeah, no.
No.
They're going to be heading to Stygia, and the princesses are going to pretty much take care of the people and stuff.
Yeah, and I failed on my horse riding persuasion,
Well,
so
I look over
I-
at Alis and I go, well, some of the soldiers will,
Go ahead.
they'll need lessons, or you could,
Swordmanship.
yeah, I mean, whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay. What I'll do is I think we'll end stream there
Okay.
so we can actually just chat about stuff.
Cool.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this. So see you guys next time.